What is up, every people of the world? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and or good night in accordance with your current location and or mood. I hope you are doing well. I am the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. Welcome to the show. Cobra 728, thank you for the stream. For the follow, I'm doing the stream. You're following. Thank you very much, and thank you for tuning in wherever we are. Looks like we've got Obscure Mysticism Cults tuning in from YouTube. Looks like we've got about 40 or 50 people tuning in from Nemo, which is awesome. And Atlas WW, Deirdre, great to see you. Thanks for coming in from Twitch. I've got a Captain Abood. Abood? I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but thank you very much for coming in. And thank you for the compliment. I'm glad you are enjoying the music and or stream. And thanks for the compliment, Obscure. Great to have you all here. I normally stream on Fridays. If you're new to the show, you're not familiar with what I'm doing, I generally stream every Friday at 8 p.m. This is just kind of a random why not stream because it's Thursday. Why not? Why not stream on a Thursday? I can't think of a good reason not to. We are playing my 52nd album right now. It is called City of Souls. And this album is in fact named after an area on a map of a video game that I play called City of Heroes. Can we make requests? Unfortunately, Captain, my Captain. The way I'm set up is I'm playing all original material and everything is kind of a pre-programmed setup. So we're playing through this album and I don't really have any way to have a setup for other songs. So I really enjoy, a lot of streamers do a great job with doing requests and stuff. Like my friend Mandy Prater is just awesome. I should say acquaintance. I mean, I know her from online. She streams on Twitch and she does great, and it's all kinds of requests that she's got. And Social Climate does a great job of that. My buddy KR Acoustic. Unfortunately, I'm kind of set up a little different way, so I only do original material at this point. I do have a cover tune coming up on my upcoming album. I'm working on my 65th album, and as my regulars will know, I've been taking a lot of time on this album because I'm updating my production quality, and it's getting really good. But I do have a cover tune on that album. It is a heavy metal variations of Three Blind Mice. And I was just listening to it yesterday. I'm like, oh, this is getting good. I love the Three Blind Mice cover. I'm really pleased with where the album is shaping up to be. And I feel like I really have gotten somewhere with the production. It's been a very interesting year and a half of working on this album. It's also interesting to me. The longest I've ever spent on an album was my first one, which was 14 years. And the shortest I've ever done an album in is 5 days. And that's from writing the first note to actually publishing it. So it's been a fun, interesting journey. Atlas says, you got a lot of people watching on other platforms. Cool, this is great to hear, good timing. Music for me to work on the research project for, so good to see you. Yeah, good to see you as well. And the research project she's talking about, this is my friend Deirdre, and she's working on becoming a marine biologist. So she does that like swimming with sharks. And I don't know, like doing battle with starfish or something, but it's awesome stuff. She goes diving and does all kinds of cool stuff. Totally proud of her. And yeah, okay, Captain Abood says he doesn't mind. That's great. So I'm going to get to some music here in just a second. I see Xena Queen is here. Great to see you again. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, freaking starfish, man. All right, let's play some more music. This next song, we're going to slow it down a little bit. We've got to get into some F minor here, which is a key I really enjoy on the guitar. It's not one of your easier keys to playing on a standard tune guitar, but I really like going there. Let's get some lights going. Let's get some music going. Again, I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. This song is called Corroded Minds. Deirdre says definitely getting video game vibes, which she always appreciates. That's awesome. Yeah, I've never tried my hand at writing video game music. I think that would be really cool. I have scored a couple of small films, and that's a very cool way to write music because you're writing to a scene. But video game music would be cool. I love where video game music has gone because back from the Pac-Man days, when I was coming of age, and to where it's gotten now. The first game I really noticed that on. I'm not a video game player, but I've had roommates over the years who have played stuff and other. I've been around it, and when I was first introduced to Neverwinter Nights, and I'm just like, what is that music you guys are listening to? They're like, we're not listening to music. I'm like, no, there's this awesome music, and it was the background. They didn't even notice that it was there, and I'm just like, did you not hear how cool that music is? And I'm like that when I go to films too. People are watching this movie, and I'm just like, oh my god, this music is so awesome. I'm gonna have to come back later and see what the story's about, but this music is great. All right. Anyway, so yes, thank you for the compliment. Very, very greatly appreciated. We're going to pick it back up here now. Still in F minor. I must have been on an F minor kick when I wrote this particular piece. I feel like one of these should be in C Phrygian or D Phrygian, whatever. D Phrygian. And this one's definitely in F minor. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to see what happens, but we are definitely picking up the pace. This next piece is called At the Gates of the Empire. So as my regulars will also know, we got something kind of new I'm trying out. Let me know if you have opinions on it, about the faux cheering after the songs. I don't actually hear it here, so I've kind of forgotten about it. But yeah, let me know. Gaiden X says, you like my style of greeting. Well, thank you very much for the compliment. I appreciate that. And thanks for being, I believe I've seen your name in our chat before. Well, welcome back. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Gaiden X put up a bunch of icons, and then Atlas WW said that she liked, I don't know what's going on. Nonetheless, thank you all for being here. That's what I'm trying to say. I am such a knob. This is what happens when you're both the mad poet and the mad dork. Because that is definitely me. And I'm having a good time with it. So, nonetheless, thank you all for being here. Gaiden X, I do believe I've seen you in our chat before, and welcome back. Or welcome if it is your first time. I'm fairly sure you've been around, but thank you very much for being here, everyone. If you're just coming in, we are playing my 52nd album today. This album is called City of Souls. That last song was called At the Gates of the Empire. And I always forget on that one until I actually get in and start playing it. There's key changes throughout that one. So I'm playing in F minor, I'm playing in B flat minor, playing in E minor. So it kind of moves around, does some different stuff, and very cool. Gaiden X, a frequent lurker. Hey, cool. You know, it's really interesting to me. I have been on some forums about, streaming and stuff, and there are people out there who get really upset with people who just lurk. And I don't understand that. I'm like, hey, if you want to just, set my thing off to the side and just listen to it or just kind of watch passively, that's great. And some people, I get very actively upset when people are lurking, and I'm like, no, you're welcome to just to listen or watch. You can chat if you want to. I've got a whole bunch of people on Nemo that are not chatting right now, probably because of a language barrier. Nemo, I believe, is a Vietnamese platform, and so but I appreciate when anyone's watching. We've also got a SG Nameen, probably butchering your username, but again, thank you for being here. And apparently this is someone who knows Gaiden X. I don't even know if I'm saying Gaiden X right. It might be Gaidinks. I don't know, because it's all in writing. I don't know why I'm saying all this. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. If there are any aspiring streamers out there, that's all you need to know. Just talk. It doesn't matter what you talk about. That's why people are here. SG is good. All right, SG, thanks for being here. All right, we're going to keep the upbeat pace going here a bit. We're getting some very standard heavy metal style E minor. And this is just one of the most boring song titles ever. I've got really great song titles, and I've got really boring song titles, and I've got song titles that seem like they're kind of deep and meaningful, and I've got some that are kind of silly. This one's just kind of boring. But, hopefully the song is not. This song is called At the Mercy of the Antagonist. All right. So we're moving to song number 5 here. It's called The Collapsing Wall. As my regulars will know, I dedicate a song to someone on every album that I do. This particular song is dedicated to my buddy Mike Olson. Unfortunately, I was just texting with Mike earlier today, said, hey, I'm going to be playing your song tonight, and he is laid up with COVID. Sounds like he's got it pretty bad. That really sucks, so he's not going to be able to join us tonight. But Mike is a super cool guy. I don't know if Deirdre's still watching. She's also a friend of Mike's. And she knows what a cool guy he is. We all used to work together at a theater out in Everett, Washington, over in the western part of Washington. It's this really awesome old theater that's like, I think it's like 125 years old or something now. And it's just so cool. And Mike, just this super awesome guy. He was basically the tech guy for the theater, and he knows his way around theaters like nobody's business. So unfortunately, Mike will not be joining us tonight. These things do happen. But this is going out to him, wishing him a speedy recovery. This is called The Collapsing Wall. Deirdre says she hopes Mike feels better, and that, of course, does suck that he's sick. And that she misses working with him, learned a lot about theater tech. You know, I think most people that worked with Mike ended up probably learning quite a bit from him about theater. Like I said, he was it made sense to him. It was just something that just, Mike and theater, that's just it. It's the way it is. For any of the music theory buffs that we might have out there, that last song, Collapsing Wall, is one of only 2 songs that I've done. One of them is not yet published, that ends with a concept known as a Picardy third. And the Picardy third, it's a very nice sounding ending. It's when you use you're in a minor key and you end on the root, but instead of playing a minor chord, you play the major chord, where you basically should play a minor chord for your resolution. You resolve to a major chord. It sounds really good. It doesn't fit my music very often, so I haven't done it a lot. There's another song that will be on my 66th album. The song is called A Slow Descent into Madness, and it opens up with some counterpoint on a church organ, which I loved. The sound of church, the big pipe organs, so awesome. In fact, that theater that Deirdre and Mike and I all worked together at, that had a massive pipe organ in it. It was amazing. But so on that one, it's kind of got this almost kind of churchy kind of a feel with this pipe organ, and it ends on this Picardy third. That really looking forward to that. I'm gonna have to finish album number 65 before I can actually release 66 and onward. I have multiple albums kind of ready to go. But the production, like I said, the production on number 65 is getting close to what I want it to be. There's still a few questions, but I've learned a lot about audio engineering in the last year and a half. And I'll tell you, being a musician of close to 4 decades now, it is just crazy how much you can continually learn about this art. And I know that's true of any art form out there. You never stop learning about it. And it's like the music theory and audio engineering and production is just such this vast landscape of information that I'm just constantly taking in. I'm like, I will reread Walter Piston's Harmony. I'll just crack that open. I've probably been through that book 4 or 5 times, and I'll still I didn't realize what that meant until just now. It's really crazy, and it's just awesome. So, fun music theory tricks with the Mad Poet. And Deirdre says it was a nice sound, so that's great. And I'll probably be texting Mike. I'll do this album again once he gets better so he can actually tune in and watch. I don't think he's been around for our streams much lately, but I will let him know that you are sending good vibes his way, as I know you would be doing anyway, because you're just a nice person. And speaking of people being nice, it's worth noting that if you judge me based solely on my album and song titles, you will likely get a very incorrect understanding of my personality. This particular album isn't too bad. Some of my album, The Patron Saint of Murderers, particularly has some very aggressive sounding song titles on it. And like I said, I kind of move around with my song titles. And so this album isn't too bad, but definitely you should not judge me just based on my song titles. That's not going to get you an accurate concept of who the Mad Poet actually is. I'm trying to remember what this song. So this song is kind of cool in that, and I've got a few songs this way. I wrote this in the key, so to speak. It's a modal piece. A lot of my work is very modal in nature, and this one is in a mode known as Locrian. So I'm in E Locrian. The thing about Locrian is that it doesn't resolve well because it has a diminished. Diminished is a that kind of a sound. Very, very, very dissonant in its nature. And so when your root is that sound, it's hard to get a sense of resolution. And so, of course, I like to challenge myself and do fun stuff like that. This song is pretty fun. It's called The Chasm. Don't forget to drink your water, gangsters. Water's good. I didn't put my dragon ring on today. Can't have that. But you know what we can have? We can have the reason that people come here. And that reason is happening now. My regulars already know what's going on. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at the G sharp minor portion of the show. You are welcome. Picking up the pace again here. I guess we've been pretty high pace throughout most of this. Gonna get a little more smoke going. This piece is called Illuminated Dreams. coming up next here? Oh, yes. I forgot this. This this upcoming song is actually the reason that I set this album up to be show ready. And it's I was talking earlier about my titles. Generally speaking, my titles mean nothing. I have very few song titles that actually mean anything. This song title doesn't mean anything. This one I actually got, I think it was my 12th album, maybe my 13th was, or 11th, somewhere around there, was called The Croaking Blackbird Mystery. I guess I shouldn't say in the past tense. It still is called The Croaking Blackbird Mystery. It's just in the past for me. I'll shut up now. No, I won't. Anyway, so on that album, I got all of the song titles by going online and finding a book chapter title generator. And I used that for my album titles. And this was actually a leftover title from that. I didn't use this one on that particular album. But what I like about this is I feel like the music I wrote matches this title exactly. This, I feel like if you were in this place at midnight under a full moon, this music would be totally appropriate. This song is called After Hours in the Blackwood Mortuary. All right. Theshin? I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Thank you very much for the follow. Thanks for coming in and watching the show. I hope you are enjoying it. I guess that it's probably likely that people are enjoying the show if they actually follow the channel. So thanks for being here. Greatly appreciated. And Xena likes the title to the After Hours in the Blackwood Mortuary. Yeah, I agree. That's one of my better ones. It's not the greatest song title of all time. We know that is on my 62nd album. The album is titled Spider, but I will not say the title of the greatest song title of all time. I'm not claiming it's the greatest song, just the greatest song title. In fact, it's the greatest title of anything that's ever been titled anywhere at any time. Because that's the way it works. So next time I play Spider, make sure you tune in and you'll find out what that song is called. I think we got 2 more songs here tonight. Yes, we got 2 more songs. Thought I saw something happening in chat there. We're going to slow it way down. This is one of my slowest songs that I do. And sometimes I skip this entirely. But I think tonight, just going to go ahead and play it. I was looking for something to sit on, but it's dark in here. There are probably a lot of people on who were not watching. There was probably about 5-6 months ago, I was looking for a top hat. This top hat. The actual top hat used on the album cover for my 64th album. It's dark and I wear sunglasses. That is correct. And so I was looking for this and I thought it was in the back of the room, and I came walking up, and just when I get right about here, these green lights, I can't see anything. And this big box that I sometimes stand on, it's made out of something that's scientifically known as a solid. And I just tripped right over that thing. I think I had this guitar at the time. It was great. Sarah, my awesome wife, she put a clip of that up on the Discord if anyone really wants to go see it. So I'm just going to play this. This is another pretty appropriate, I would say, song title. Nice slow piece. This is called In the Presence of the Dawn. Nice calm little piece there. Gaiden X. Thank you ever so kindly. Metal forever. Strongly concur. Greatly appreciate the tip. Thank you very much for being here and thanks for tipping. That is freaking awesome. Always greatly appreciated. And again, thank you very much to everyone for coming in. Wherever you're tuning in from, I'm streaming to 12 different platforms right now. Facebook, YouTube, DLive, Trovo, Nemo, Nono, Vaughn, Africa, Trovo. I might have said Twitch. I'm all over the place on this thing. And if you're just watching or listening or smelling the show, thank you very much. If you are active in chat, if you're not active in chat, followers, tippers, everyone, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. I'm the Mad Poet. You are an audience. We are the Mad Poet Society. As you can plainly see on this guitar pick, my website is themadpoet.net. Repository for all things Mad Poet. Please go to themadpoet.net for more. But yeah, you can actually check out all of my albums, all 64 of my albums, and my EP, The Death Sonnets, are all available on the website. That is, again, very clearly written on this guitar pick, as you can plainly see. So if you are needing a Mad Poet hit, and I'm not online, feel free to check me out there. There are links there to, my Discord, YouTube, Twitch, all my streaming platforms, and other stuff that I do. Yes, so we got one more song left tonight. Going into some C sharp minor here. This is one of my good song titles too. It's a good song title for the end of a show. We're gonna play this song and I'll see you on the other side of it. This is called Eulogy to Grief. All right. Again, thank you all very much. Thank you for my tippers. Thank you to my new followers. Thanks to everyone who was watching, listening, smelling the show. Hope you had a great time. I know that I did. I always do, because you know what? I'm playing guitar, and guitar is so awesome. I don't know if people have ever noticed this about me, but I like guitars. And you know what else I like? I like pizza. And I think now that I'm done playing guitar, it's time for me to go make a pizza. And that's going to be awesome too. Have a great night, everyone. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. in the Pacific time zone, and I hope to see you there.